Hi, it's Danny, and I know it's popular right now to hate on the new season of Game of Thrones. People say the first two episodes were slow, boring, and uneventful. The third episode was dark, stupid, and badly written, while the last episode was also dumb. So, while there have been criticism that might be legit, I have seen a lot of videos that are just shitting on anything. Therefore, I have decided to answer some of those criticisms. I'll pick a video to go through for each episode until this Game of Thrones season has ended. This is a defense of Game of Thrones Season 8. So, here is a video by the Critical Drinker. Let's see what he has to say.
Now you might find this hard to believe, but deep down I'm a cheery, optimistic soul that tries to see the positives in everything.
Oh, what a relief. I was getting nervous. Bless you, O kind and forgiving man. Since you're so angry by these last episodes and can't find anything positive, therefore it must be shit, right? I'm sure that's the case.
Episode 2 was an irritating feminist wankfest.
Wait, what? Irritating feminist wankfest. Why? Was it because Brienne got knighted? Was it because Dany and Sansa came to blows? Was it because Arya was the dominating person in bed? No, but I totally agree with him actually. There was a total of too many women in this episode. Irritating feminist wankfest.
Tyrion plays a drinking game where they find out that Brienne's a virgin, so Jaime leaves to take care of it like a boss. And it's horrifying because you almost get to see Brienne naked.
You got it, bro. Like that would have made the whole episode an instant 1 out of 10. On point criticism right there. So far, I agree with everything. Also, hilarious use of video with Tyrion puking. What made it even funnier was that you used it just a few seconds ago. You're a genius, bro.
Then Dany tells Gendry that he's now Lord of Storm's End because he's Robert Baratheon's son, without bothering to consult with anyone or consider whether the people there would even accept him as their lord. She just blurts it out like it popped into her head at that very second. And I'm not kidding, she actually congratulates herself afterward for how smart she is.
Wait, you're saying that Dany's ego might be growing too big? That her hunger for the throne and power might be swaying her to take egotistical and stupid decisions, so she can look as good as possible? You're right. What the fuck is that about? Is the show trying to make the characters change throughout the series? Such idiots!
God's sake.
Yeah, God's sake!
Gendry's all happy with this, so he finds Arya and he babbles incoherently about how she's the only girl for him, and he proposes to her right there and then. Jesus Christ, mate, you slept with her like one time and suddenly this small dumpy child is the love of your life. Why are you acting like a hormonal teenage girl?
Yeah, you've only slept with her once, stupid Gendry. Stupid hormonal teenage girl. And spent like months together as prisoners. It's not like you two have anything common to build your relationship off. Bloody hell. Bad writing.
Then Sansa sits down for a chat with the Hound, and he tells her that she was fucking stupid for not having the guts to run away with him from King's Landing like 6 seasons ago. She could have avoided all the fun she went through with Joffrey and Ramsay if she'd just listened to him, but she says it's fine because she wouldn't be who she is without it, going for the old "our suffering makes us stronger" cliche, eh?
Yes! Finally someone says it. That's such a typical cliche. I hate it. Just as much as the suffering makes us weaker cliche, suffering makes us crazy cliche, and suffering makes us a warrior cliche. Now when I come to think of it, all the seasons of Game of Thrones are built up on cliches, starting with the "we have character development" cliche. So fucking dumb.
I love how Sansa talks like she's the greatest badass in Westeros. She's achieved absolutely nothing by herself, and she's literally the weakest, most useless character that Game of Thrones ever produced. God's sake.
Yes, God's sake. Finally someone said it. I hate Sansa. Even when she played Littlefinger to make him help out Jon in the Battle of the Bastards, then make Ramsay face the worst ending possible. Oh, and also play Littlefinger again, which finally led him to his death. Ew, fuck Sansa. She's stupid and a girl. Ew.
Meanwhile, all is not well in Camp Dani. She's drinking her Starbucks latte and watching everyone showering John with praise, and she's sad because they don't like her as much as they like him, so she leaves. Teenagers, eh?
I know, right, bro? Typical feminist wankfest, eh? She actually is worried that the people might not accept her as their new queen. Ah. Peasant.
So Dani talks to John and she orders him to keep his parentage a secret because otherwise everyone will support his claim to the throne instead of hers. God, I never thought it'd be possible to insert a millennial into a medieval fantasy show.
Epic! Once again, on point. Only millennials are egotistical in their battle for the throne. Such a stupid character. Why is she acting like that, stupid millennial?
Dani is arrogant, vengeful, ruthless, and increasingly fixated on winning the Iron Throne at any cost. As I said in my review of episode 2, she's becoming the very thing she once swore to destroy.
Yeah, it's almost like the show is trying to make you see Dani from a new perspective. Someone who's fallen victim to do anything it takes to get what she wants. What the fuck is this shit? Similarities to Cersei and other rulers? Get the fuck out of here, subtle comparisons.
Meanwhile, Bronn teleports in from King's Landing with his crossbow to kill Tyrion and Jaime. They offer him a bribe and he just accepts it and walks right out of the scene like nothing happened. What the fuck did Cersei think was gonna happen when she sent the world's most unreliable assassin to kill two people he'd already fought beside?
Yeah, what the fuck, Cersei? All characters must at all times make the perfect decision possible. Otherwise, some people might actually think you have flaws. What?
God's sake.
I love the use of God's sake every time you find something stupid, bro. I'll add my own if you don't mind. Holy moly!
God's sake.
Holy moly!
So Dani's on her way to Dragonstone with her dragons when Euron Greyjoy teleports his fleet in to intercept them. He kills one of the dragons and sinks half of Dani's fleet with ballistas, and he takes Missandei hostage. Oh no, a complete nothing burger of a character that nobody cares about. Sure hope nothing happens to her at the end of the episode.
Yeah, bro. I don't even care about Missandei either. She's been on the show for several seasons, always by Dani's side. But I don't give a crap about her. The less hormonal teenage millennial girls on the show, the better. 2 words, feminist wankfest.
God's sake.
Holy moly!
Meanwhile, at Winterfell, Jaime leaves and heads to King's Landing because he suddenly decides he's still loyal to Cersei and he'd do anything and kill anyone for her. I have no words. 8 seasons of character development to turn him from a vain, arrogant, incestuous arsehole into a wise and compassionate man willing to set aside his personal loyalties for the greater good. And this is what they do with him? All that work undone so the writers can shove him in there for the finale.
Yeah. Why is he still loyal to his sister and the one he has loved his whole life? Why doesn't he want to see his sister brutally murdered? Fucking millennial. You then continue to say how the show is so much worse now than it was before, and I agree. When the characters and the storylines don't end up as the theories I've had or in the way I thought they would, that means it's bad writing. Obviously.
One dumb, selfish character fighting to take the Iron Throne from another dumb, selfish character, while a third dumb, boring character looks on from the sidelines. And in between are a bunch of other dumb supporting characters that are ultimately going to have to come down on one side of the conflict or another.
Once again, a flawless argument. They're all dumb. I expected so much more from these characters. I can't believe how these characters I thought of so highly are actually more human than I thought. What the hell? They actually make mistakes and don't act in the way I want them to? Why is Dani getting greedy for power? Why is Jon too humble to just take the Iron Throne? Why is Tyrion making more mistakes as the stakes get more severe? I thought he always could play anyone like a fiddle, no matter if more lives rely on his decisions or not. This is not realistic at all. These characters are not acting according to what they have been built up to for so many seasons whatsoever. This is totally wrong.
A lot of people are angry at the direction the show's gone, but to be honest, I can't even summon up an emotion like that. Ultimately, watching Game of Thrones now is like throwing up on a stripper in the middle of a private dance because you had one tequila slammer too many.
What? Whoa, dude. Actually, that's exactly what I thought. Like vomiting on a stripper during a private dance after tequila too many. I hate tequila, just like I hate women. Feminist wankfest.
God's sake.
Holy moly! This video was really on point. I don't get why these writers did as they did. Stupid show. Well, this video isn't going so well. So far, I'm just agreeing with everything. Let's see if the next one will be any different. Until then, be safe.